we're going back to craft because I don't feel like I've done a crafting video in a while, except from the streams, and this channel is about crafting first and foremost. So for my birthday, I got a punch needle kit, and I have never done punch needle before, so I thought I would try it out. Well, here, it comes with some instructions, and I've watched like a video, but like not properly. It's not very good. So I thought we could try it together and kind of figure out how this works. And hopefully I'll make maybe some punch needle related content if people would like that. I'm gonna open everything up. Okay, so as you can see, I have these instructions. We're gonna be doing this leaf one, which I think looks really nice. First thing we need to do is put it in the embroidery hoop. So it says loosen the screw. Put the cloth between the two hoops. So that's on. Oh, it's quite like a thick cloth. So it's got the stencil of it in. There we go. I think that's pretty good. There we go. I now need to straighten the cloth. Wait, should it go the other way around? Do you think this bit should be at the bottom? Because in the photo, let's see the photos. Does it have any of it? It looks like it's at the top in the photos. I don't know if it matters. I don't want to risk it though. We're going to do it the other way around. So the bit with the screws at the top. Because I'm in a different place, I've not got my usual sort of setup stuff, so I can't really show you very easily kind of what's going on. So I'm just currently trying to tighten the screw. Okay, there we go. This is working. It's just a lot to tighten. Okay, I've managed, and the template is in the middle. Nothing's been cut off. I now need to find out how to thread the needle, and then I guess get started. I have the needle. I have this here, which can you see there's like a little bit which goes for threading the needle. And then I also have this, which is like a wire, which is just like the needle threader. It's really big. I think I remember seeing this in a video. They like put this down through the bottom and then they pulled the yarn up through. So it says poke the copper wire into the hole, which I'm guessing is this, right into the hole it's in. And then do I just put the thread through the copper wire? So I need to put it all the way down. I'm going to do the dark green thread, which is for the stem first. So I just need to put this out, or I'm just going to find the end. Here's the end. Turn the light on so you can see me a bit better. Okay, I'm going to try thread the needle. I was never good at threading the needle, but this is a needle threader, so you feel like it should help. So I'm going to pull this open. There you go, it's quite wide now. There you go, so I've just put it through the needle threader. And then I guess I just pull this up. Let's go through the hole, right? So it says poke the copper wire into the side pinhole of the needle. I just already put it through the side pinhole, so I think that's fine. Then pull the thread through the copper wire. Right, I don't completely understand, if I'm being honest, but I think this is right. I need to pull it out of the threader. Stuck. I feel like I'm going to lose this very fast. But I need to be very careful with that. I think I now have a threaded needle. I'm just not sure if the end is in the right place. So poke the threaded needle into the cloth. The thread end should be inserted into the back of the cloth. I don't know how. I'm not going to really be able to get the camera to see it. I'll just show you. So I do it. This isn't a punch needle tutorial. Maybe if I get good enough I can do one of those and then I can properly show you guys how to do it. Right, okay. So I punch the needle through and the end of the yarn stays here. And then I've pulled it up. And then I'm not sure where to put it in next. They seem to have quite big stitches in this. Look. That seems to be quite big. So, it's got quite big. I think they've got like the stripes on the cloth. And you can see there's the stripes. So I'll just go every second one because I think every one seems quite a lot. So we're just going with every second one. I'm going to pull this a bit tighter because it's gone all loose. So just put in and then... Can I just take it back out again? Embroidery in order of direction of the pinhole. When pull out the needle, do not leave the needle too high from the cloth. The interval of each stitch is 2 to 5 cells. Oh, so they're called cells. So the small areas first, then large areas. The stem's a small area. Nope, it just came straight out. Okay, so how did they keep it in? Embroider in order of the direction of the pinhole. What direction is the pinhole? It's just a hole. Am I being it? Oh no, it's with the angle of the needle. I remember seeing a video on this. So the needle looks like this. So one side is pointy. So I'm guessing the angle of it is, do you want the thread pointing forwards or backwards? Because would you want it like this? Like this, so the pointy side forwards or the pointy side backwards? I'm thinking the bit with the thread backwards. What did I do last time? Because that obviously didn't work. Or just the opposite. Oh! I think I did it. I think I did it. So I've got the bit with the actual thread back. This is working. I'm going to show you guys if this keeps working. What I'm doing. I think this might be a little loose. Okay, that one needs to go out. Yeah, so I can just pull it and it just comes straight out. Oh, that makes me nervous. I think I'm accidentally going to pull this out a lot. I'm going to change it to 3 cells. Seems to be what they're called now. You know what? This is actually starting to look pretty good. Look at that. That's actually not so hard. So what I'm doing is I'm having the needle bit with all the thread at the back, and then that seems to be working. And you need to just pull the thread to make sure it's not too loose. You just need to make sure there's not like this much thread, because otherwise that will be a huge stitch. So you just need to make sure it's at the right sort of thickness. I don't know, once again, this is my first time doing this, but this seems to be, wait, dude, that's a bit sweet. So how do you, am I supposed to have something there to like keep pulling that in? Or is it just supposed to do that itself? I have no idea how to change color. These ones are coming out. Maybe I'm not angling the needle correctly, and that's why they're coming out. Because I'm guessing this is the sort of thing, once you got, and it's super easy and super fast. Okay, that row was a little harder, but actually it looks pretty good. I'll show you guys it once I've done this row and gone back. I just got this kit from Amazon, if anyone is wondering and is wondering where to look for kits. There's loads of good ones on Etsy as well. I just did a whole row and it all came out. So this is what I've done so far. I went all the way down, but it all came out. So I must not be putting it in far enough, because I want to be careful not to put it in too far, but also I want to put it in far enough. This is what the back looks like. So I'm just gonna try put this in a little further than I was perhaps before, but I need to make sure it's not too much. There we go, this is working. There you go, that's it so far. And then I'm just gonna go down and then go to the last stem, and then that will be me. And then I'll be onto, I have to try change color and then go onto the green ones. So we're gonna go. One thing, if my hook falls, will it just like pull them all out if it's too heavy? Hopefully not, because they'll be deep enough in, but I'm not sure mine are deep enough in for that. It's fairly simple to change direction. I must say, this is so much easier than embroidery or like sewing or any of those sort of things, which I always just find so hard and I never really managed. I did tapestry club in like P2, and that's kind of the most I ever did of it, and then I stopped. So it's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I am enjoying this. There's just no real like use for punch needle stuff. It's more just like decoration, whereas like crochet, you can make things that are useful. I feel like I'm just gonna have a lot of decorations in my room. But if you look at some of like the embroidery punch needle stuff, it looks amazing. Because I think there's 2 types. There's the rug kind of yarn stuff, and then there's the embroidery stuff. And then I'm doing the rug stuff here, which I think is kind of the bigger, easier stuff. So that one kept coming out. Why is that coming out? No, they all just came out. Look, they all just came out. Why? Did I not push hard enough in? I need to just push very far down. So far the rest of it's looking pretty good. It's funny because right now I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good. But if I keep going with punch needle, if like in a year I look back and I'm like, oh, this is the first thing I ever punch needled, I could be like, wow, this does not look very good. But for now I'm like, this looks pretty good. It may go downhill from here. Like, I'm not saying this has no errors. This obviously has mistakes. But on the whole, it's pretty good. There we go. I would say for the stem, that's pretty good. So next is the leaves, which might be a little more complicated because there's more like curves. So what we've got to try to do now is, what do I do to change color? It just says cut the thread after completing an area. Okay. So let's just put the thread back in, I guess. I don't need to like tie it off, or anything. Feels like everything's quite loose. I have some of these, but they're red. So this is exciting. Got a yellow one now. Okay, I'm just cutting the tail. This feels wrong. What happens if it comes out? So here we go. This is the back. So you can see some of the loops are much bigger than others. But literally someone just needs to pull and that will all come out. I could very easily undo that. That feels... I'm going to try to give the leaf a shot. And I'm going to come back in a little bit with the leaf. I've threaded it. That wasn't too hard this time. It was really simple. I'm trying to dodge which leaf looks easier. I think this one here looks probably the easiest. This one looks the hardest. It's got like smaller bits. So I think you're supposed to go all the way around and then go in. So I do the outline and then go around in. Small areas first, then large areas. That doesn't particularly tell me. So I'm going to try just go around and then in. There's so many things you can do with punch needle though. Like I'm thinking about it now. And there's so many like decoration stuff you can make because it's so fast and versatile. But actually so good for so many things. Hey, it's a different day now because I was doing it quite late last night and so I was doing punch needle until I went to bed and I didn't have time to film. But I did the leaf. Here it is. So you can see kind of the pattern. It's all like stenciled out on the paper so I can see where I'm following what I'm doing, which is really useful. So I first just went around all the edges and then I just went in and this is what the back looks like. It's a little messy. I had a little problem with actually the like taking off and like cutting off. It's really strange to me just leaving it there. It just feels like someone can just pull and all of that will come out. But I hope not, because people seem to be doing this with like success and it seems to stay in. So, you know, there must be some way that it's staying in. But yeah, it's been actually really fun and it's fairly fast. It's not like completely fast, but compared to most other crafts, it's pretty fast and this has been kind of fun. So I'm going to do the last 2 leaves and then I've got the background to do. Okay, so I have now done 2 leaves. This is what it looks like. I think that's pretty good, this leaf. With this one, so once again, I went all the way around and then I kind of went slowly more and more. Like I just kind of worked my way in. I'm going to do the last leaf and then I have the whole like outside to do, which could take quite a while. And I'm quite excited. Hey, I think I'm going to try with this orange wool to thread it through the needle and try to see if I can do punch needle with just my normal wool and just see if that works, because this is wool that kind of came with the kit, but it looks fairly similar, but I think there's supposed to be some difference, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. So I'm going to try see if I can use this color for it. Apologies if you hear any background noise. My brother's in the room beside me and he's watching YouTube, I think. And the walls are very thin. I've threaded the needle. This is orange. I'm not going to put it on any of the actual pattern. I'm going to take it out as soon as it's more just to see if this actually works and if I can do it. So I'm just going to put it in like a normal one for her. So let's see what the problem would be with it. It'd be nice if I can use my yarn. So let's see. Okay, so it was working and then they all the grill them all came out. But I think it does work with this type of yarn. That's my takeaway from that, because they're not really that different. This is the yarn they gave me. It's a bit softer, I think. It's a bit thicker. It's quite a bit thicker. But I think the other one should work. I obviously haven't done quite a lot and a bunch of those came out. But a bunch of those come out anyway, because that's just my terrible punch needling. So hopefully that should be fine. I'm excited. I've only got 1 leaf left and then I've got to do the whole background, which I think will take quite a long time. It should be quite fun. I just finished the 3rd leaf, so there we go. That's all the leaves done. It actually looks quite nice. I quite like it. There are some holes and it's not all completely close and there's some very uneven ones. But I think on the whole, for my first try, this is going fairly well and it's fairly fast. I now just have to do the background, which I think is going to take quite a while. It could take quite a long time. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to now change it to pink. Get going on it, really. I'm just going to start with the outside and then just work my way in. I'm going to try to make that bit even because that's the bit you really want to get even. Little update. So I've done all 3 of the leaves and I'm now doing the background. So I went all the way around and back, and then because the leaves like touch the sides, I'm just doing it section by section. So I'm doing this bit and then I'm going to go in between all this and then I'm going to do this bit as a section, this bit as a section, and this bit. So I'm not going all the way around, which also makes it smaller. So it makes it a bit easier because I've only got a little bit to go and it feels a bit more attainable. It's so soft though, like I can't, it feels so smooth. It's really hard. I've been trying to make them even, but they're not completely, they kept coming out over on this side. I had to loosen the ring and then like I had to pull the fabric tighter and then tighten the ring again. And I think that helped a bit. But this is what it looks like right now. And it's actually been quite fun, but this has taken so long. This took, like, to get the whole way around and then back took about the time it takes to do one leaf. Like, because I was trying to get it all even and it kept coming out and stuff, so it kept being loads of problems. We are almost done. I can't believe it. It's almost done. This has been like a day and a half. I think as I'm going along though, I'm slowly stretching the fabric more and more because like the needle is punching into it and I'm holding it and it seems to be stretching. I'm not sure how to describe it if you haven't done it. I feel like it's stretching like slowly, but it's still pretty good. It's pretty good thickness. Look at that. So as you can see, they're not all going the same way, which I maybe should have done it so they all go the same way, but I haven't now, so. And I've been doing it section by section. So I was originally going to do all the big bits and then go into the smaller bits, but I'm just doing it section by section. So I've done the smaller bits, which I think is better. I like doing that. It's been quite fun. This is what the back looks like. It's a little bit of a mess. I'm going to cut some of the ends and stuff and just make it a little neater. But this is me, almost done. I thought I would do a little update before I do my last section and then I'm finished. It's quite strange. It was really quite fast. I have now completely finished. Look at this. So you can see all the stitches aren't going the same way. But I think they look quite cool because I took it section by section. So this is like a sort of square, this bit, and so it all goes kind of into the middle. But I think it looks actually pretty good. There are some bits that are perhaps more dodgy and there's some kind of strange stitches. But I think for the first attempt, this was pretty good. As I said before, I got this as a present, but they just got it off Amazon because I asked for this specific kit. Overall, I think punch needle is pretty fun. It's pretty cool, pretty simple. There are some bits that are that are quite difficult. Pretty fast, much faster than any other type of embroidery. It's not the most useful because I have no use for things that I punch needle. Like, this is really cool. I'll probably hang it up. But like, if I punch 10 things, what exactly I do with them, I'm not sure. I've heard people like can punch needle different like logos and stuff. But if you have any ideas what I should punch needle, comment down below, or any uses that you have for punch needle. I think some people put them on like bags, maybe clothes, I'm not sure. But if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe if you want to see more from me, either crochet, punch needle. I do lots of different types of content. I also stream on Twitch. I may be doing some punch needle while streaming, so come see that. That'll be fun. I really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got inspired to do some punch needle. See you later.